Get ready with me while I talk about crazy things that were normal at my private school. The detentions were insane there. Like, one of the teachers literally told us that the school told them to give us more detentions because we were bad kids. They need to go to a public school because we were not bad. So they would try to give them out as much as possible. And then also, whenever they did give them out, like, you had to go. Like, there's no skipping a detention. So you had 2 days to, like, make your detention, and then if you didn't, you got another detention. And then later in the year, if you didn't make your detention, they made the thing called Lyceum detention. So first of all, Lyceum is so weird. Like, I don't know why they don't just call it advisory, but basically there's Lyceum and OTM, and it's like a study hall and like a running around study hall, or like outside study hall, I don't know. And so a Lyceum detention, it was basically you just sit in that room for an hour instead of the normal 30 minutes during your study hall. You're just like sitting there in a detention, like, and they're so strict during detentions. You can't put your head down, you can't talk, you can't look at the clock. If the clock's behind you and they see you, like, or like if the clock's anywhere around the room and they see you looking at it, they're like, nope, like, you need to think about what you're doing. You can't look at the clock. I want to get out of here. Like, oh my gosh, phones. They were so strict on phones. So if they heard it in your locker, first of all, they were like, if we hear it in your locker, we can take it out and like take it to the front desk and you have to pay $20 to get it back. Like, that is insane. And then one time I was in the locker room after school hours. So first of all, in the locker room. Second of all, after school hours. Teachers aren't supposed to be in the locker rooms. I think that's like illegal or something. I don't know. But anyways, so after school hours in the locker room, I had my phone out because I was getting this girl who had just gotten a phone's number. And it was just me and her and one other girl in there. It was after school, so no one was changing or anything. And then this teacher freaking opens the door wide open and looks all the way in to see me. And she was like, nope, give me your phone. Why are you, like, that is illegal. And one of my friends told me that she kept looking in that entire time, like, before I actually got my phone out, she kept, like, peeking in. Like, that is illegal. And so she takes it to the front desk for no apparent reason, because then she just brings it right back and says, oh, so we're actually gonna have to look through your camera roll. And then I expected it to be like that one day, right? No, she freaking flips through like days before, like weeks before, in my camera roll. Is that not illegal? Like, that is insane. So I'm just standing there and we're just like looking through my camera roll. Like, it's not anything bad, obviously. It's just weird because it's a 15-year-old camera roll in front of this 40-year-old woman. And I kept telling her, I was like, I did not take a picture. Like, I didn't take a picture of anyone naked because no one was naked. Second of all, I'm not that stupid. Like, what is she, also, oh my gosh, they were so homophobic. So one time, me and my friend they kissed in the halls and we got sent to the office and then they basically, like, we didn't get in trouble for, like, inappropriate PDA. We got in trouble because they thought we were lesbian. Like, that is so bad. Like, especially nowadays, they were like, do you really want guys to see you like that? Like, do you want the world to see you like that? Anyhow, they also didn't let you dye your hair any, like, unnatural colors. That wasn't really a problem for me because I've never dyed my hair. Or, like, it wasn't really a problem for anyone. That's just, like... Also, your skirt had to be, like, the perfect length. My friend had her skirt too short, even though, like, it wasn't even too short. And we can't find skirts. Hold up, let me just put it here. And then she freaking has to wear khakis the rest of the year, right? So they bring her in, they're like, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to make you wear khakis the rest of the year because you can't follow our dress code. And then she sits there crying with her mom for 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. Like, she was texting me this entire time, like, they're not letting up. Like, she was sobbing in them, obviously, because you don't want to show up to school in freaking khaki pants. And so she's like, no, like, please just let me wear a shirt. And her mom was there like, no, she's not wearing like, pants. And then they just, like, didn't. They were like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything. Like, she broke the rules. And then finally, after like 3 weeks of a bunch of parents complaining, they let up. But like 3 weeks, that's insane. Also, they're so poor. They're so poor. Every single event we would go to, they would be like, please donate for us. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't even think about the fact that this was not normal, because like until I left the school. But basically, you know how normally high schools just have like an English and a math and a science. So instead of English and history, we had it combined, and we have what's called I'm so happy I forgot. Like, that means I'm finally moving on from the school. But it's called Humane Letters. You basically sit there for 2 hours and talk about a book. And no one answers because no one read that. So no one reads that, right? Or, like, no one reads... I mean, we read it, but, like, it's not like we're dissecting things as we read. Like, and so we're just sitting there and they're like, okay, what about this page? Or what does this passage mean? For 2 hours straight. Like, even my mom thought that was insane. And she's obsessed with that school. Also, in elementary school... they made us like sit in silence for the first 20 minutes of lunch, and we could only talk at the last 10 minutes. Like, that is our only time to talk. I feel so bad for my little brother because he's freaking miserable. Like, he's like, I hate this school. Like, I want to leave. Like, they're so strict. They don't let you be a kid. Like, my brother gets sent to the office so much, and if you meet him here, he's like the sweetest little kid ever. It's just because he's a normal kid and he wants to talk. Anyways, yeah, that's like some weird rules we have or had. I'm so glad I'm out of that school. Get ready with me while I talk about how I have the record of most detentions and referrals given at once at my old middle school. So this story dates back to 2020. I'm not currently in middle school. And it's also the reason I don't have a dad right now. So this was the very beginning of 2020. I had just gotten a new phone. I got the new iPhone 11. So I gave my old phone back to my dad so that he could sell it or do whatever he needed to do with it. So I had no idea, but my dad started looking through my old phone and like watching the stuff I watched on YouTube back to see if it had a curse word or something. Like, it was a really strict household, so I kind of couldn't really do anything without getting in trouble. On my phone, I had text messages. It was like a math group chat with all my friends in my math class, and we would send the homework answers to each other to like check our answers or just like have the homework, which our teacher allowed. So this was not something I thought I had to be hiding. So my dad found that and he called the school and told them that I was taking pictures of my math test during the test, giving the answers to people. I don't know how one can exaggerate so much, but that was the day I learned he could. And then he found on my phone that I had photoshopped someone's report card for them only to print it out so she could show her parents, which like I guess is like lying or something, I don't know. But it's not like I hacked the entire school system and changed her grades. Like, on that note, my dad called them and told them I hacked the system. Like, the next thing is I had snuck out of my homeroom class, which my teacher didn't really care what we did, so I didn't really think it was a big deal because like she didn't really care. My dad told them I snuck out of all my classes, which way different. Like, no, I did not sneak out of a real class. Plus, all my attendance was there, so it's like, how can you even prove it, you know? And the last thing I remember him finding is that I had snuck out of ACEs, which if you don't know what ACEs is, it's like students that have to come to school early because their parents have work, or like students have to stay after school late because their parents have work. So when I was at the morning ACEs, me and a group of my friends all walked to this one girl's house who was also in ACEs because her house was super close and there was like a grocery store really close, so we just like go and get snacks, and we did this like twice or 3 times. But yeah, he found out about one of those times and told the school that I just ditched school completely. Like, how are you gonna say that when my attendance is there? Like, school didn't even technically start yet, so did I really do anything that bad? Then when I got to school the next day, I was pulled into the office and I didn't know he had called. Well, and then they told me that he was the one that called, and I was like, girl, what? They pulled me in and they told me that I had gotten 11 detentions and 4 referrals. And 4 referrals adds up to a suspension at my middle school, but since I had got them all at once, they like cut me some slack. And also because I had like perfect grades, I was like a really, really, really good student. They were kind of skeptical themselves of what my dad was saying, which I was kind of shocked, but like they were real ones for that. The guy told me, he was like, you know, I don't want to give you any of these detentions because you're such a good student, but like your dad is making us. Like, literally bar for bar. Like, that's what he said. And I was like, oh, so my dad really hates me. So I explained to them the truth of all of it and they believed me because I don't know why they believed me so much. Like, my dad must have sounded like a fat liar when he was on the phone, which makes sense because he was. For the sending homework one, they were like, is your teacher okay with that? And I was like, yeah, he is. He said it was fine. Like, he literally was like, yeah, that's fine, which is kind of shocking because I feel like most teachers would not be okay with that, but like he was. So that reduced my sentence to 9 detentions, but then they kind of just stopped giving me the detention. So I only did 2, and then they didn't give me any more like detention slips because they thought I was such a good student and didn't deserve them. So when I came home normal time, my dad was like, why are you not at detention? And I was like, well, they didn't give me one. And he was like, okay. And so he calls them and makes them give me more detentions again. Telling this back is so sad, bro. Like, it's just sad. They were honestly like not upset at me at all. They were like, by the way, like, you know, you got the record now. And I was like, you think I want to be hearing that? I mean, I did kind of want to hear it because now I can tell this story. Now, the best part is that after I had served like 2 detentions and he called them to make them give me more, it was March 13th, 2020. And if you know what that means, no more school. I was blessed. I was saved by God. Like,
I was safe, bro. I was in 7th grade by that time, so I didn't go back to real school until high school, and those detentions did not carry over. And since it was middle school, nothing's on my record. So nice try, father, but you did not succeed. But yeah, guys, this story actually leads up to the reason why I don't have a dad. So if you'd like a part 2, let me know. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you things that I've never told you before. So there's this girl I played a sport with in high school, and she always thought she was better than me. And at this sport, she 100% was better than me. I never claimed to be the best. She just thought she was above me and everyone else in general. When she graduated, she unfollowed me on Instagram, and so I blocked her. But the reason I was so fast hit block with this girl is she would make fun of my social media when I was just starting, when I was a senior in high school with all of her friends, which is very ironic because the story takes a turn. I have a pretty tough skin now after doing social media for 5 years, but something that always sticks with me is when I was literally like 17 years old, just a baby, trying to navigate TikTok and social media for the first time, and those people that I went to school with that made fun of me. I will never forget. So that. Anyway, so I'm at Miami. One day I get a text from her. Hey, Abby, it looks like you're having such a fun time at college, which I don't know how she's saying because she's blocked. I started this clothing company. I started this like sweatshirt line. I was wondering if I could send you a few sweatshirts in exchange for a post. What? Honestly, I'm so impressed by how bold she was to be able to reach out like that after like talking terribly about me in high school. So I remember I just sent her my media kit, which if you don't know, media kit is like your rates for posts. So I just like sent her a PDF of all my rates for TikTok and Instagram. She was also friends with my high school boyfriend, who you guys I've never ever brought him up on here just because our relationship was never on social media. It was before I did social media. I also found out different girl. One of my closest friends in high school tried to hook up with my ex-boyfriend like right after we broke up, and I didn't find that out till like a year ago. That was crazy. Yeah. Let me know if you guys want more story times.
The drama in my life right now isn't even mine. It's like the shit I overhear in the school bathroom, and now I'm like invested. Yesterday I was in there minding my business, doing my business, and these two girls come in, not to use the bathroom. What they were talking about was wild. Now, before I continue, I'm not judging. It's your life. You do you. It's just crazy to hear. Now, I know a decent amount of people in my grade and the grade below me. So then these people I didn't recognize, so which means they were like freshmen or maybe sophomores, but probably freshmen. So this one girl's like, oh my god, like I like your bracelet or like something. She gave her a compliment and she's like, thanks, like I got it yesterday. Oh, where'd you get it? And she was like, oh, I stole it. And I was like, oh, okay. Stealing is not that uncommon, so that wasn't the big shock. And then the other girl was like, oh, it's so cute, like do you think you could steal me one? The other girl was like, oh yeah, like I can steal it after school, like, isn't your birthday soon? Like, it can be your birthday present, we can, like, do it together. And I was like, oh my god, that's a really interesting way to bond. And then a third girl walks in, and she's like, yo, not saying names, I got your shit. And then one of the girls walks away, and then the other two girls start making out. Again, you do you, like, pop your pussy in the school bathroom, but they were like making out, and I'm sitting there like, they start doing whatever they're doing, and I'm sitting there like, fuck, I can't leave the bathroom right now, that's like weird. So they finish sucking face, and one of the girls is like, okay, like I love you, bye. And she leaves the bathroom, and then another girl came in. I could tell because I was washing their shoes. Another girl came in and starts making out with the girl that was just making out with the other girl who just did the drug deal with the other girl, and they're like smacking on each other too. And then the new girl who just came in is talking about some like, oh, is your ex still bothering you? Like, God, she's so annoying. And the girl's like, yeah, she was just in here like stalking me. Like, it was so weird. I was like, oh, you, what? So then I come out the bathroom because I've been in there for a really long time. And I'm like, I give her like the like smile, you know what I mean? And she was like, hi. And I was like, hi. And then I went back to class. And now every day I've been looking at everybody's shoes trying to figure out who the fuck these girls were. Love you, and I will report back.